Hey everybody, it's C Sniper Away here, and we're starting part 1 of Bleach Third Phantom. I did do a part 1 already, but that was on a different emulator, so I'm gonna start again. And I usually pick the female here in this game. I just like the way she moves or whatever, so I'm gonna pick her. And we're gonna get rid of this stuff. So reset, delete, delete, delete. Wait. Okay, I forgot about this. You cannot use the stylus in this game. I forgot about that. So we're gonna name her Rika. I believe that's a famous name. I'm not sure. No, I shouldn't make these all capitals. I just thought about that. And then we'll go over here. And get rid of this. The stylus plays no part in this LP at all. So I'll probably be getting rid of the stylus off the screen now. Okay, so we got her name. Now, I'm glad there's a new upload time for the YouTube because this is a pretty long opening scene. So basically, this is just a backstory of the normal show or whatever. Good souls go to Rukon, bad souls turn into hollows. Evil spirits, rather. They're spirits, they're not souls until they... Well, I guess they are. Either spirits or souls, they're interchangeable. But so, chapter 1, meetings past. I'll be reading important dialogue, not everything. I refuse to read everything. So, let's go. Aizen. We're nearing the patrol that put out the call for help, Captain Suzunami. You heard him, Urahara. We better hurry. Sure, that's fine. But why am I being dragged along the Squad 5 rescue mission? You were the only one available who could keep up with Aizen and me. This is an emergency, Captain Urahara. We hope you don't mind. Okay, that's enough of that. So you hold down X to skip through the dialogue like this. A is to advance it. And now we're going to go into the same thing that every game that's ever been made has. A tutorial stage where they show you how the game will work. There are two main parts of the game. There are battles like this that we're about to enter, and there are downtime days. I'll go into downtime days a little later. So the first things first, you can look at this. It's a little off, and I never understood why. Like, the icons are too small, but all you do, it's a scroll down menu. You hit move to move around. Attack is to attack an enemy. Skills are magic that you can use, things like that. Keto, well, they're called keto on the show, but if you don't know, it's magic. Pressure is to charge your power to do different skills. You can use equipments to like refill your health and things like that. And standby changes and stops that person's turn. So let's start with Captain Suzunami. We're gonna move. So basically, to attack, you move into the vicinity of an enemy and hit the attack command. There's 9 space radius for most of the characters. So I'll hit A and go into an attack. There's nothing else you do after this. You just watch the cinematic and pray that you do good. Sometimes you get screwed, most of the times, especially in this battle, you kill them in one hit. Especially with Captain Suzunami. Because he is a speed type. Well, okay, I'll go into that later. I was about to get ahead of myself. So, another dribble, and then we're gonna go to Captain Urahara. We're gonna move him. If you notice, he doesn't move as far. That's something to do with his character type, which you can see here where my mouse is. He's a technical character type, so he can't move as far as a speed type like Captain Suzunami. It really doesn't mean anything now. They'll explain it a little later in the video.
You won't get away.
There's a tutorial for it. See? Like, because he's the same type, he doesn't do as much damage. Speed beats tech. Tech beats our third that we haven't learned yet. and our third beats speed. You'll see our third in a second. I believe this big guy back here is our third phenotype. Nope, he isn't. These are all tech monsters, so we're just fighting techs for now. Oh, when you attack a monster near an adjacent friendly ally, you get the opportunity for support, which you can set up in late. They'll tell you about that later too. I'm getting so far ahead of myself because I'm so used to just doing it because I already know. I've gotten pretty far on my test file or whatever, and I've made a pretty decent storyline. This is a very linear and yet changeable storyline, so you'll have fun going through this with me, hopefully. Hope my voice isn't too irritating. Like, some people have messaged me like, can you not be so monotonous when you speak and things like that? And I hope my voice is okay. And if it isn't, just drop a comment and I'll see if I can do something about it after this video.
Here I come.
I'm really excited that
Hit
I
fast and
figured out
hard.
what was slowing down my recordings before. It was, I had too much in the folder that the files were in, like my record pad, my cam studio, and my emulator. So I moved it all into onto my USB drive, and now I can record anywhere, because I would find myself like at a friend's house and bored and couldn't record. So I think I'm gonna start carrying this around with me and just recording. Oh, a special attack.
There.
Okay, I lost myself in my train. I lost my train of thought. So when monsters attack you, you can choose to either hit X and guard their attack, or you can counter attack. And I'll be showing the guard right now. Well, I'll use the support to show you what it means this time, because I'm not sure if I really showed it. Now down here you can see support member Aizen B def supplement. So that's a defensive supplement. So when he attacks me, Aizen will take some of the damage, and I still get to counter attack, so I won't lose as much health. And Aizen doesn't lose any, so he'll take that hit. And I only took 36 damage.
You won't get away.
And I get the counter attack and take him down a peg or two. So now is the time to react and destroy these guys. I really hate this battle though. Oh, okay, combat attributes, here it is. So each character has an attribute that gives advantages and disadvantages in combat. There are also 2 special attributes. All is stronger against any attribute, and non-combat characters cannot attack directly. So, Fujimaru, spoilers. Okay, speed beats tech, tech beats power, and power beats speed. You don't see any power enemies in this battle. All, which is here, is great against all 3 of those, and non-com doesn't attack, basically is what it just said. So we won't learn about the different kinds until a bit later. So Aizen is gonna move here and attack. This is gonna take him out, hopefully, because it is Aizen. He should be able to do it.
There.
And he took him out. That's good. So we only have, well, 2 enemies, because all of these guys are gonna die anyway. So it's half of an enemy and half of an enemy. So then Urahara's gonna come and take this guy out. I really wish I could show you guys some of the special attacks that these guys do, but you don't get to see them this early unless you're really lucky. And finally finish off the last of the smaller enemies with, oops, of course I have it. We can just take him out here. And so,
Here I come.
Since Captain Suzunami is a speed, he
Hit
automatically
fast and
takes
hard.
him out.
Shiden.
And he's the only special attack that you've seen so far. And I think that's because he has the upper hand against the tech enemies. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on it. But Bleach is a really deep show. Like, people just think it's about like one of those normal animes. There's a really deep storyline and a lot of important things that go on. A lot of character development, things like that. I personally like the show a lot. I like the manga better than the show actually, but as of late the manga has become a little dry, if I guess you could call it dry. And the show has been
Here I
using
come.
some great details and backstories, which I like a lot. Hit fast and
Hit
hard.
fast and hard.
Shiden.
Shiden!
I memorized that. I really like that. Oh, that. You'll know about that a little later as well. But I can give you a little information. Soul Reapers, which I'm using now. These guys that I'm fighting with are called Soul Reapers, and they are supposed to look over humans in the living world or whatever. And
Well then, shall we? Let's finish this
there
off.
are their swords that they use are called Zanpakuto. Each Zanpakuto has its own spirit and is manifested when you bond with your sword in battle. The first release is activated when you find out your sword's name through battle. It'll call out to you and tell you its name, and once you call it, it'll give you extra power, like much like what Captain Suzunami just did there. He goes hit fast and hard, Shiden. His Zanpakuto's name is Shiden, so when he says that phrase and then says its name, it'll lend it some of his power and allow him to do things that he couldn't do before, like the lightning attack that he just did. There's a second release after that, which is called Bankai, and Bankai is to fully unlock your Zanpakuto's power, and that is achieved after mastering your Shikai's abilities and bonding with your sword even more. It was once thought that only captain level Shinigami could activate their Bankai, but in the show, our main character Ichigo Kurosaki actually achieved Bankai even though he wasn't a Soul Reaper. And I don't want to spoil the show if you guys haven't watched it, but the first couple of episodes really explain what the show is about and everything. So this is just basic dribble. Twins were met